Hello everyone, it is DD's Bricks here, and this might be one of my favorite alternative builds that I have ever made. So this is my alternative build for the LEGO Attack on Avengers Tower set 76038 from LEGO Avengers Age of Ultron, which was released in 2015. Excuse me. And as you see by the title, sorry about that, what was that? My voice just changed. That it's called the Avengers Compound. Now, you're looking at it and you're probably just like, what? Like, what? Like, in the thumbnail it looks bigger. Well, guess what? It is bigger. So, I came up with this idea quite some time ago, and in my head, I wanted it to be 2 stories tall and have 3 rooms on each floor. But I changed that because I realized that 6 floors on 6 rooms on one floor would be, well, it's actually only 5, because, well, you got the computer room, the scepter room, the couch, the medical area, and then you have this entrance here, which is normally where Ultron would be built, Ultron was built, and then the, yellow, arrow things is where the Iron Legion would exit, because originally this was actually an area for the Iron Legion. Then I was like, well, where's the door? Like, how are they going to get in? And I was going to include a door, but it took up too much space, and then when you bent it down, they'd have to, jump onto it, and then they could get in there. But the compound was actually shown in Avengers Age of Ultron after they defeated him. So these 3 minifigures don't even technically go with the build, but if you want to make them, come and attack it, you can. I'm not saying, you're not allowed to do that. No, you can use your imagination. So starting off with the front here, we have a couple stud shooters here. And what you do, so I'm just going to go ahead and take Ultron right here, and you would put the minifigure right here, and then you spin it around, and it basically, and you can pretend it scans the person, and if it says access granted, you can spin it around one more, take them off, make them walk in there. But if it says access denied, then you throw them out, and then shoot them with the studs. Because if you just, keep them there, and it says access denied, how are they gonna, be thrown out or anything and get shot with the stud shooters? So, so this is basically, you gotta scan to get in, so it's basically high security, and there's warning arrows because of the stud shooters, so, this is the direction they would be shooting. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the top just really quick. Okay, actually no, so the sides, you got these gray windows over here, and then 2 plain ones right here, then the Avengers logo sticker, and you can actually see the scepter inside. The inside's my favorite part. And then there's Thor and Iron Man, and then there's another Avengers logo. It's basically the same on both sides, and I almost forgot. There's actually a stud shooter that comes out on each side, so if you look at it from the front, you got 2 stud shooters right here, but you can't see this one. But they are adjustable and can go any direction. Just don't push them in all the way, otherwise they'll get stuck. Push them in and only leave the blue stud out. So now I'm going to move on to the top, which might be a little bit hard. Okay, so I'm going to try not to shake the camera. So this is a balcony, for minifigures to stand on. And then there's a walkway, and then they have to step on this and this. And then there's a lot of room right here, and they can actually sit right here. And then these are actually covering up, how these are able to come out. So that's why there's studs here. And I guess you can stand people on them, but just be careful. And you might have seen there's these red pieces right here. Well, I'll show you what those are for. Because if you actually take this off, this actually holds it together. So if you pull these, this actually opens up. And now you might be wondering, why did this just fall down? Well, I'll show you that in a second. So, this is why this is probably one of my favorite alternative builds, because I did not plan on making it open up, and then when I realized I could, I was like, hell yes. So, I'm going to start over on the left side here. So, you might be wondering, why is this in here? Well, I thought I could use Iron Man's dummy arms as, assistants. Now, I know that these are used as, blow torches, but they can also maybe push buttons on the analysis computer screen, you know? So we got Thor over here, he's looking pretty mad. I forgot to change his expression back. So there's the couch, there's no table, but on the set you could put cups here. And there is a gun in there, just like the normal set, and that goes back down. the medical area, so if anybody needs attention. Also, it could spray tissue. Like, you remember in Age of Ultron, Dr. Helen Cho, what was that? The screen just flashed. Dr. Helen Cho, she had a cradle, and then Ultron used it to create Vision, and he was creating tissue. So maybe Tony could have upgraded these not only to like blowtorch, but to also like create artificial tissue to heal people on the medical table. So then over onto the right side, I'm actually going to go ahead and close, don't close the left side. We have another dummy arm over here, which again can do blowtorch, tissue, help with the computer screen. And then we got Iron Man over here at the computer. And now, let me focus it on that real quick. Now I know it says Ultron Project on there. Hold on. There we go. So I know it says Ultron Project right there, and that's actually Jarvis. But since this compound is shown at the end of the movie, he's like deleting the rest of the project right now. So then the computer's the same. You still got the gun hidden behind there, and then you can put him right back there. He's got his power glass on. And then over here we have Loki's scepter, because they did get it back. And then, well, no, they didn't. That's right, because the Mind Stone wasn't destroyed. The gem inside of the scepter was destroyed, and it had the Mind Stone. But I didn't want to include the Iron Legion in it because it's at the end of the movie, so I figured I should just keep the scepter here. I tried to keep it as accurate to the movie as possible, but meh. I mean, maybe like they found the scepter and they got it back and they realized, oh, the Mind Stone's not here. Where is it? And then they had to go get the Vision or something. So maybe you can use your imagination. Now let me show you what this thing was that fell. This actually is the same exact drone from the normal set. So, now I'm letting you guys know right now the tutorial for this will be in a separate video. That'll be the video tomorrow. So this, so with that video, like, don't take this apart. This is the only thing that you will not be taking apart. Well, actually, if you can do it right, you can actually take out the computer, take out this, take out the whole scepter thing, take out the medical bed and the couch without having to take them apart. But if you want to take them apart, that's fine. I'm going to be showing how to build them anyways. So the reason that this actually fell down is because if you start to close it, well, actually, these little things on the ceiling here, actually hit him, you put this little gray bar in there, and then it hangs off there. You gotta be very careful, and then close this one as far as they can go. And now you might be wondering, okay, so you have this compound, then you have this one antenna. Well, that's actually for a reason, because when you're closing it, it actually won't close. So you have to stick this in, like as you can see, it's crooked. Push it up to be straight, and then it should close in on the antenna. Slowly pull it out, close it, and then put this back on, and it's shut. So yeah, that's my Avengers Tower alternative build, and this actually is probably going to make it onto my top 10 favorite alternative builds of mine, like my list. Now, since I started really making alternative builds in 2018, and now it's 2019, I'll probably do like a top 10 favorite alternative builds video, like around the end of the year, after I have like all the rest of the Marvel sets. But this is definitely going around somewhere like at the top 5 probably. So what is your favorite thing about this? Oh, and also, another thing about the top. The reason I have to step here and here is because that's where the dummy arms are coming. Because when I was building the top, I only had these curved pieces left, as you can see. And there was a big hole, and I was like, I don't like that. And then I realized, wait a minute, what if Iron Man needs some assistance? So you got dummy arms. But this is, again, one of my favorite alternative builds, and I think I'm actually going to keep this put together for a while because I really, really do like it. My favorite thing about it is the fact that it can open. Now, unfortunately, when you open it, sometimes the drone stays in, sometimes it falls. See? Sometimes it stays in like that. That's what I wanted it to do every single time, but it didn't. So if it does do that, trust me, it's going to fall out, so you might as well just take it out. But if it does fall, then maybe they can, then maybe if there's an intruder or something, it can just, you can open it, and it flies out, and it goes and fights whatever enemy there is. So yeah, my favorite thing about this is the fact that I was able to make it open and close. But again, what is your guys' favorite feature about it? And don't worry, stay tuned. The tutorial is tomorrow. So if you actually have this set, then you're pretty lucky. Because this set is from 2015, and I mean, it's a pretty old set, and it cost $60 when it came out. Now it probably costs at least like $100. Or maybe just like $80 or whatever. But, so yeah. Again, what's your favorite thing about it? And peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Ultron, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to do an outro here. Okay? What are you doing? They don't want to see your face. Oh god, that's actually creepy. I just got an idea for a custom minifigure. Okay, you guys are going to have to wait. You guys are going to have to wait. And it's not a character from a comic book or anything. It's just mine. What are you doing? Ultron, stop it. They don't want to see your creepy face. No, no, no.